Hello and good Friday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, turned out to be not too bad last evening. Yeah, it made some noise. It was a little bit active. We had a few severe thunderstorm warnings and a couple of even tornado warnings north of us up toward E-Town, Radcliffe area, but those turned out to be nothing. Just saw a little bit of a spin in the atmosphere, which was anticipated when that line of storms came through. But here's the thing that if you watched us online last night, we did online coverage only because we didn't really have any tornado warnings in the southern Kentucky area to warrant us going on television. Even though it blew around pretty good. We had gusty winds of 45 to 50 miles per hour, lots of lightning, tons of lightning, and then the heavy rains, but nothing much else came from that line. And it all started a lot sooner. It was more around 10 o'clock instead of midnight, which was just fine because that meant we all could go home and go to bed earlier than anticipated. So, listen, in those times when it gets really bad weather, um, especially at night, we don't want to stay there all night. We don't. Through the last almost 40 years that I've done this, we get some people that will say, "You just want to be on TV to hear yourself talk." Really? Is that what you think? I'm not that conceited. But anyway, it's there goes my wife, there goes Miss Sheila down the street going to work. Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, no, we want to be home just like you guys are, especially at night. I want to go home and go to bed. I mean, I love covering the weather, obviously, but we're not going to go on and just drone on and on and on unless it's necessary. And if we repeat ourselves, it's because we know that people are joining us at different times and they may have missed something that we just said. And we want to make sure that we repeat it, especially if it's a tornado warning, for crying out loud. That means there could actually be a tornado. We want them to know, just like and that's why we're trying to get more people on the News 40, the News 40 weather app, which I saw a lot of people using last night. And for the first time since we've had the weather app, we were able to stream all of our coverage right to the app. I mean, everything came right here to the phone, which was cool. And I was watching to see when the warnings went out and when the tornado watch came out and all of that. It went out perfectly. Lightning detection, all of that. I got notifications on my phone. And if you were watching us, you could probably hear my phone going bleep, and those were the app alerts going off. And once you download the app right there, scan that code and download it, you can go in and then set it up to whatever you want. So, you know, there it is. And when it opens, after you see our smiling faces, there you see, and then you can go in, you just click that top left button right here, the top, yeah, the top left button. And then it gives you a little menu, and you just go down to where it says, close, let's see, alerts. There are all the alerts that I've gotten over the last day or so showing the lightning, the tornado watch. You can set all that up. And then you hit those little three dots in the upper right hand side of the screen. Then you can set up locations. You can set it up to follow your phone wherever your phone goes. It uses your phone GPS to know where you're going. So even if you go to, let's say, Florida or Alaska or New York, Georgia, Texas. It doesn't matter. It will follow you with the latest radar and updates. And when there's alerts, it will tell you. Or you can hit add location. You can go in there and set up to 16 different locations. It's very cool. So download the app. The next time we have severe weather, then you'll be ready for it. And then those of you who have weather radios, I know it went off a few times last night, but nothing serious. There was some serious weather up there around Milton, Kentucky, and the Carroll County, Carrollton area, up I-71, almost on the well, it was right there on the Ohio River, southern Indiana, northern Kentucky. That's where devastating tornado there. And there were tornadoes a lot of places last night, but it's all over now. And as you can see from the Plano camp, it's just cloudy this morning. There's nothing going on. There's a little bit of rain still left over in a couple of spots, but it's all quiet now, which is certainly good. So let's move on and see what else is happening with a look at the radar this morning. And here is the view from radar in motion. Here it comes. There it is. So you can see that we've got a lot of the storms. Now you can see the little flashes there. All this is lightning. That's where the stronger thunderstorms are going on this morning. None of it in southern Kentucky. This is all very light rain, and it's moving off to the east. There still may be a few showers that try to move into the Bowling Green area later this afternoon. And we're just going to keep a small chance of showers in the forecast, even though the storminess is pretty much over. Anything that's really serious now is all way down south of us. So you can see from Starkville, Mississippi to Meridian to Tuscaloosa to Birmingham. Uh, Huntsville this morning has had some really rough weather. Chattanooga getting some of the rough weather. In fact, let's check out the warnings that are going on. And there you see, this is a severe thunderstorm watch, which is in effect until 10 a.m. for much of that kind of orange shaded area. There was a tornado warning, no, severe thunderstorm warning right there where that dot is, outside of the Huntsville area, down toward Gadsden, Alabama, Birmingham, a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. There are no tornado warnings at the moment, but it's been kind of a rough morning in some of those places. So, yeah, down south is where the worst of the weather is occurring right now. But again, none of it here. All of it is continuing to move away and should continue to move away as we go through the day, even though we could still get a shower or two later on. All right, here's a look at Kentucky Mesonet sensor data. We'll start with temperatures and then take a look at some of the rainfall totals. Here we go into southern Kentucky this morning. Temperatures are still very mild in the upper 50s west, low 60s here in Bowling Green and east. Let's check the rainfall totals past 24 hours. And the highest amounts of rain have been up in Grayson County, Litchfield, an inch of rain. But yes, Hart County near Munfordville, 1.04. And then over in Russellville and Logan County, just over an inch of rain, about a half inch in Todd County, 6/10 of an inch at the Mesonet sensor up at the Corvette plant, but about half that at the sensor down at the Ag Expo Center in the southern edge of the county. Most everybody got at least a quarter inch to a half inch, a third of an inch, Butler and Muhlenberg counties. But this is the area that picked up the most rain yesterday. Parts of, what is that? That's Breckinridge County into Grayson and Hart counties, and then that one area there in Logan County. So that's where your heaviest of rains fell yesterday. And now much of that rain's over. We may add a little bit to what fell last night as we go through the day today, but not much else. Not much else is going to happen today. All right, let's take a look at the model blender, the 10-day blender. This is where all the models come together, put them in a blender, spin them around visually. I'm just giving you an analogy here of what happens when this puts out this chart, this graph. So you can see the next 10 days, how temperatures will be trending. And we're going to stay mild today and tomorrow in the 60s. I'm pretty much in agreement with what you see there, 67, 68 or so today, tomorrow. Then the cooler air starts to move in on Sunday. There's a backdoor cold front that's going to come through on Sunday. No rain with that one. It's just going to come through and change the wind direction, bring us a more northerly wind. And that is going to cool us down naturally, as you see, for a couple of days. The coolest day is going to be Monday when we only see mid to upper 40s. And wouldn't you know, that night, Monday night, we're going to get down into the mid to upper 20s, the final night of winter. How incredible is that? Wait a minute. Go back. Yep. Final night of winter is going to be the coldest, ironically, out of the next 10. 26 is what they're showing. I'm going, 28. Still below freezing. There will be some frost as we get into Monday night, early Tuesday morning. Now, after that, we recover very nicely. All next week is going to be in the 60s, maybe even approaching 70. So, again, we're in that time of year when it's going to be 1 or 2 days. I've said this over and over and over again because of the time of year it is, middle of March, the sun angle, longer days. There is very little opportunity for it to stay cold. It may get cold for one night or 2 nights or for a day or so, but then it's right back into the 60s and 70s. It's just not going to stay cold very long, or chilly for that matter. It's going to move on pretty quickly. And so there you go. The two chilliest days ahead are Sunday and Monday. All right, let's take a look at the maps before we go. And there's a look at the rain that is still in the picture today. And that cold front, which is still back west of us, but it's going to come on through as we go through the day. There still may be a chance of showers this afternoon, maybe even a rumble of thunder, but nothing expected to be severe or even close to severe. The cold front will come on through, the rains diminish, 7 o'clock tonight. Here we go, 1 a.m. tomorrow. We wake up to some sunny skies. After a partly cloudy night, there will be some fog over in eastern Kentucky, maybe a little patchy fog here. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, sunny day tomorrow, beautiful day. Here comes our backdoor cold front, the one I was telling you that's going to come in dry for Sunday and just change the wind direction from south to north. And the cooler air is going to take over for the latter half of the weekend. There it comes, fast moving little clipper system. 7 a.m. Sunday, you'll start to feel the cooler air take over. Sunday night, especially into Monday, yes, much chillier. Chilly enough for maybe a little snow up towards Cincinnati, Dayton, Columbus, Ohio, where they had some really rough weather last night, tornadoes. And then they're going to get snow maybe on Sunday, Monday. Here's Tuesday, looking good. In fact, the next several days after today, dry, high pressure takes over, and it is just beautiful. And even though it's going to be chilly for Monday and Tuesday, we warm up by Wednesday into Thursday of next week. And here comes the next system with a chance of rain just as we begin to warm up. That's it. Cloudy today, high of 68. By the way, we reached a high of 82 yesterday, and that tied the record of 82, which was set back in 2012. 1967 was the first time it happened, and there was one other year in there in the middle between the two that we hit 82 on the same day. Three times that that has happened. So yesterday was one of those days. Tied the record of 82. 59 is the average, so we were 23 degrees above normal yesterday, and we picked up officially at the airport before midnight a quarter inch of rain, but then we added more of the rain after that. All right, let's see who's in the chat room this morning. Patsy, thank you. Patricia, Glenna. We can't, okay, Glenna, we can't, if we can't scan the app because we just have our phone and not able to see it on TV, what is the app called? Oh, I'm sorry. The app is called the WNKY News40 weather app. So when you go into, like, for instance, I have an Android phone. So what I do is I go into the Play Store, Google Play Store. Okay. I know it's kind of hard to see. See that Play Store? Okay. Click that. And up here in the search, I'm just going to type in WNKY, and right in the drop down, it says WNKY weather. Click that. And then it says install. That's it. And then you have it on your phone always. So, whether you have an iPhone or an Android, they're free to use on both of those platforms. If you have an iPad or a tablet that has internet or can get Wi-Fi, then you can download it to your tablet as well. Then that way, when you're looking at your tablet, you can just, there's the app and you can follow along. So there you go. Hope that that answered that question. Let's see, Glenna, thank you for that, and Gregory, thank you. Kenny, thank you. Rita, good morning to all of you. Thank you for getting in the chat room and um, helping me along this morning. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Thanks as always for watching on TV, on your phone, on your tablet, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X. Man, we're all over the place. But that's to keep you safe. That's what it's all about. God bless you and have a great weekend.